the Lotus Temple that was created by Swami Satchidananda in Virginia. So both Wayne and Deepak knew this incredible enlightened master, and I interviewed them about their experience with him. I've interviewed a lot of people over the years who are in lots of different fields, and someday, well, in fact, I am writing my book now about all the most interesting people, Buckminster Fuller and Margaret Mead, and the list just goes on of people that I've been able to meet, including Dr. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. So, and some of the people I've interviewed are not necessarily famous, and I've interviewed a lot of fashion people and TV people and movie people. So, yeah, lots of different kinds. I can tell you that one of my big clients is the Sony company, and they've just laid off 8,000 people. So what we're doing with Ron in Finding Your Dream Job Even in a Recession, in your great book, that I recommend to every one of my clients, by the way. I don't think I ever told you that. Anyway, they are learning to get reprogrammed for the outplacement and how to interview for jobs, and some of them will probably go back to Japan, and some of them will probably stay here. So that's what we're working. That's one of the projects that Ron and I are working on, certainly. And for people who are facing downsizing, I think I would suggest right away to be multitask able, be valuable to your boss, to your company, and to reverse the thought of I'm a worker and I do what I'm told to do. Perhaps you could suggest a suggestion box or come forth with ideas of how things could be done easier or made more simple and cost-cutting ways so that you're more valuable to your company.
Ooh, that's really good. I love that. That's a great suggestion, actually. Great suggestion.
Recently, Panasonic North America closed their operation here, and I was working with 3 different cultures and 3 different languages to weave understanding on how they could put things together. So that was very rewarding for me to work with Mexico and Spanish-speaking, Japan, Japanese. They were working in the country of the United States of America, and the language is English. So I love weaving together cultural understanding and peaceful communication and compassionate communication. That's the only way we're going to exist as beings on this planet is if we all get along. And so those are the things that I love to do. And I do send out communication tips twice monthly to my clients, and if anybody listening to the call would like to receive communication tips from me, they can request that at English.com, and I will send those out to you. They've become very popular. Also, I'm doing a What is Communication teleseries that Ron has been on the guest on twice because he's so good, and those go out to 12 different countries, and people send in communication questions, and my guests and I answer them as best we can and suggest things, and it's really interesting. So this month I'm doing one tomorrow, so that'll be with Coot Blackson. I don't know if you know who he is.
Oh,
if you don't know him, Ron, you should. You should know him if you don't. Do you know him?
I do not. Clay has talked with me about Coot, and I have not officially met him yet, and I am absolutely interested. I'll have to be on that call tomorrow as well.
Okay, absolutely. Good, good. So I found something here. I don't know how your time is right now, but I found something that is not an original from me, but it's going around, and I thought I would share that with you. It's called the Success Alphabet, and we certainly need to focus on success right now and how we can be better ourselves. And again, if anybody wants this, it's called the Success Alphabet at request@acemyenglish.com, and I'll send it to you. So it starts with A, because it's about the alphabet. Ask for what you want. Believe in yourself. Change your mind. Do what you love. Enjoy each and every day. Follow your heart's desire. Give more than you receive. Have a sense of humor. Insist on being yourself. Join in more. Kiss and make up. Love and be loved. make new friends, nurture your spirit, overcome adversity, play more, question conformity, reach for the stars, speak your truth, take personal responsibility, understand more, judge less, volunteer your time, walk through fear, experience, that's with an X, experience the moment, yearn for grace, and zing ahead. Love and light.
That is too cool. I got to have that. Okay, I need to have that. I'm going to shoot you an email, please. That's actually very cool. Wow. You know, it's really funny. Once again, Nancy, I talk about on this show. It's really important. I went on a bike ride before the show yesterday. As you already know, being a solo entrepreneur, well, actually, okay, that's wrong to say. There's a lot of amazing supportive people around me who support me in different ways, from my editor and web person and so forth. So I'm really not exactly a solo entrepreneur, but I lack a couple executive assistants right now who would certainly help to make my life a lot easier. And,
yeah, they're there. They're just invisible, right? I think you've got invisible ones. I know you do.
Exactly. So, yeah, as a matter of fact, I think I was up with one of them at about 1 o'clock this morning, making sure that the emails got out, right? So,
yeah, I saw that, and I thought, whoa, he was up late or early.
Yeah, you know, I was just making sure the work got done. I was overlooking the shoulder of my executive assistant, right? And so,
right.
Interestingly enough, I hit a wall yesterday where I kind of, you know, went into a state of overwhelm, which is typical, and I tie that into, over the last few days, I didn't get out and get on my bicycle, and I needed to get some exercise, which is my primary source of pumping blood through my system. So I got up this morning, and after, you know, I refocused last night, got up this morning, took a really nice brisk ride, and I feel amazing today. On the way down the hill, I ran into a former neighbor who, with 2 days ago, her company called them and laid off everyone on a teleconference. Pretty much said, you guys are done. And that was it. And just got an email yesterday talking about they will have some news in terms of how they're going to handle the layoff, but she has no idea about severance or anything. Completely shut the doors, done, and she had the look of shock on her face. You know, she lives on a hill overlooking the ocean, you know, in a house, and, you know, living here in California is no inexpensive lifestyle. But, you know, as I was saying earlier, interestingly enough, you know, there's a lot of, we all have challenges, and the real question is what do you focus on? So we have challenges. What do you focus on? Because it's really ultimately the ebb and flow of life that we're going through. And one of my friends yesterday, I did an audio recording session for my book, which is turning out to be really amazing, Nancy. I'm doing audio for all 12 days in order to accompany the book. And so the book has not only video, but it will have audio to go along with it for people who want to put it in their car. And one of the things that my friend said was, you know, and I thought it was beautiful, but she said that usually in challenge, when we have challenges like 9/11 or the Great Depression or whatever it is, it tends to create community. It tends to bring people together more. And I think I heard you say something about that a little bit earlier. This is certainly community. This is a time for us to be a community instead of being separate.
I can remember for the last quite a few years feeling a sense of loss of community. Maybe it's because I've moved a few times, but it wasn't just personally, it was a sense of community on a broader area. And so I think that anytime we've been somewhere, I know that when they did the 200-year anniversary for the birth of the country, people stopped on the road, on the freeway, and got out and partied together. It's like, oh my gosh, we can do this. We can be together. And of course, 9/11. So it's in celebration and it's in tragedy that these things happen for us to remind us, knock on the head, take care of your brother, take care of your sister, take care of yourself in a different way. We're going through change.
Right. absolutely, completely agree with it, which is why